Good evening and welcome to the Beardsworth Gonzalez Gym, where tonight we have high school basketball. It's a non-conference matchup between the New Bedford High Whalers and the South Boston Knights. I'm Keith Tebow, joined by Bernie Picanisco after a few days on the disabled list. Back. Bernie, welcome back.
Well, welcome back. Well, nice to be back.
The Whalers have been on sort of a roll of late. They are 12-3 coming into tonight's game with only 4 games, including tonight, left to go on their schedule. And lately they've been up and down, but they've been able to get the job done despite the fact, as we said earlier in the season, that they've lost a few players.
Well, you know what? I think it's a tribute to the coaching staff this year, and I'm talking about all of the coaches, head coach Eddie Rodrigues and assistant coach Tom Tarpey and assistant coach Greg Parker, that they've done a very good job of keeping level heads and keeping the kids involved in the game. They've had some key injuries to some people. They've also lost some kids due to disciplinary reasons that have gone from the team, and some very key important players. But the kids that are here are playing their hearts out, and talking with Coach Eddie Rodrigues a little while ago, he said, boy, you can't argue at all with the way they've been playing defense. They've been playing so hard, coming from behind and doing the best they can to dig in on the defensive end. Now we'd like to just see the offense improve a little bit.
And now with being 12-3, they've already qualified for the state tournament. Now it's a matter of getting that position to win a few more games to hopefully have an opening round game here at their home gym.
Yeah, they got a tough one tonight in this South Boston team, but they've been helped out a little bit, Keith, because unfortunately sometimes this happens in high school sports, but the best player for this South Boston team is not here tonight. From what I understand from talking to assistant coach Tom Tarpey, he had a chance to view this team, and they were playing against Charlestown at the time, and he said that they have a lightning-quick point guard named Mike Whitehead, extremely quick, helps the team get into its offense and does so much out there. Apparently, you talked with their head coach, and I was talking to Coach Tarpey. He missed the bus, so he's not here today.
No, didn't make it. Mike Whitehead, number 10, will not be here tonight for Coach Bill Loughnane. And I'll tell you, when you look at the South Boston team, Bernie, as we take a look at their starting lineup, even though we have a list here of forwards and centers, they're a pretty short club, short in terms of height, and that may bode well for the Whalers, as even though the Whalers don't have the height that they once had earlier this season, I think the Whalers up front with their size in terms of their bulk size will probably play a key role tonight.
Well, the Whalers have been getting offense from one man down low, and that's Dante Bellistracci, who's big, who's strong, and we know what Dante brings to the team with his all-out hustle and his great attitude. They've also been getting scoring from Aaron Campini out front, as these are the two guys that have basically been carrying the offense. Ariston Aurora has been playing pretty good at point guard, but I think they need to get more people involved in the offense. They need to start getting some of the other guys to take some of the shots out there, to take the pressure off of Dante and also Aaron Campini. In that Durfee game, from what I understand, Durfee did a real good job of packing it down low and taking Dante out of the game. And if you shut off Dante and then you shut off Aaron, I mean, that's how you really control New Bedford in the half-court offense. So I think you've got to see New Bedford tonight come out and take some shots coming from the other positions, whether it's Charles Crowder down low or Leon Correa, who we saw early in the year with some pretty good offensive moves.
Yeah.
Some of these guys got to throw the ball up there and hopefully get hot enough so that the South Boston team can't pack it in down low on the big guy, Dante Bellistracci.
Well, one of the things that the Whalers have to do better, Bernie, and you were not at the Durfee game last week, is the Whalers have to do better as a team. They looked so flat against the Durfee Hilltoppers, and I'm sure Coach Eddie Rodrigues would say, you know, that's definitely what happened. Before that Durfee game, it had been a week before they had played a game. And I talked with the coach before that Durfee game, and I said, is the team a little restless from just practicing? He said, yeah, I wish we would have had a game sometime this week. And, you know, that was his concern. And that actually proved to be true, as the Hilltoppers led that game most of the way until the Whalers won it at the end. You just saw the starting lineup for both teams as we are getting set for our game here, this non-conference matchup. The Knights, led by Coach Bill Loughnane, they are 10-6 on the regular season, and they are 7-2 in the Greater Boston League's North Division. And this South Boston team, Bernie, has always been a power in Eastern Massachusetts, and they won a couple of state championships during the 1990s, as did the New Bedford High Whalers.
Yeah, and they've had some very good players that have come out of this program, so tonight we expect to see a well-coached team come out here and give New Bedford all they can handle.
Now the color guard presenting the colors at center court, and will be set for our national anthem. national anthem is over with here at the Beardsworth Gonzalez Gym, and we're set for basketball.
Yeah, great job on the national anthem, an all-musical version with Harry Lowe tooting away on that trombone, and I thought he did a very good job. Harry just started taking trombone lessons.
Really?
I think it was about a month and a half ago, and he said that it was always his wish to play the national anthem. Did a very good job, Harry.
Wow, good job. Our officials for tonight's game, a couple officials that pretty well known around these parts, Bruce Anderson and Dave Gibo, and we are set for basketball action. Again, the starting lineups, as we said, Finkley, Bannister, Flaherty, Brooks, and Blue for the Knights, and for the Whalers, Balistracci, Campini, Aurora, Crowder, and Leon Correa. It will be Charles Crowder jumping with Jamal Brooks. And we're underway, and the tip is controlled by South Boston. Brooks will control. Whalers in a man-to-man defense to start off. Finkley on the right side. Pass inside is tipped away. Here come the Whalers. Aurora back up. Correa has it blocked. Tipped up. Campini gets it, and it's tipped away, and Balistracci will corral it in the backcourt. Ariston Aurora, the point guard for the Whalers. Right away, South Boston in the zone. Correa for three, and he hits it.
Well, Leon Correa getting off the mark early and knocking one down from the left wing.
Ball is tipped and stolen away. Campini, jumper, no. Tipped up, rebound Correa. He'll pull it out, and the Whalers will slow down the offense. In the corner, Campini for three. In and out, no good. Rebound by Jamal Brooks for the Knights. And he will bring it up. And he traveled.
Well, they've had the ball 3 times now, and all 3 times they've turned it over as South Boston unable to get into any kind of offensive rhythm. And you wonder how much of that has to do with the missing Mike Whitehead, their point guard.
Yep, and someone else is going to have to step up tonight for South Boston. Balistracci down low, puts a body on, puts up the jumper, and hits it.
Well, Dante just getting position in the low post that time and just muscling his way in for that shot.
5-0, Whalers on top. Just underway in the front court. Flaherty, spin move, travel.
Well, they're 4 for 4, Keith. 4 offensive possessions and 4 turnovers.
5-0, we're just underway here. In the corner, Campini looks down low, and they'll bring it back out. Correa looks for the three, will take the jumper from inside the arc, and he cans it.
Leon now with 5 points, 5 of the Whalers 7 points, and here comes the defensive pressure.
7 straight points to start the ball game for the Whalers. Flaherty, Brooks for three, yes.
All right, they get into the offensive zone and actually get a shot off. Jamal Brooks, the leading scorer.
Whalers have it in the front court. We've played 2 minutes of this first half, and the Whalers lead 7-3. Whalers, good ball movement. Dante, baseline jumper, in and out, no good. Tipped up, Crowder with a good rebound, and he traveled.
Ooh.
As entering the ball game now for the Knights is Yasim Osum, number 00. And the Knights get it into the front court. Finkley will take the jumper, hit it. That's a three. Right away, it's 7-6.
Well, they hit 2 trifectas and knocked them both down, so.
Correa with the basketball, cross court in front of us to Campini. Now Aurora looked for the shot, passes it up. Aaron has it now on the right wing. They pack in the zone. Dante loses the handle, and Brooks has it for South Boston. Finkley, another three, and another hit. And just like that, it is 9-7 South Boston, and Coach Eddie Rodrigues wants a timeout.
Well, they got to get back on defense a little bit better than that because you're giving them those shots right now. They're 3-point shots and they're long 3-point shots, but they're knocking them down. And I think they've demonstrated here in the early going, South Boston that is, that they can knock down a 3-point shot and get right back in the ball game.
They're 3 for 3 on 3-pointers, while the Whalers have hit 1 3-pointer by Leon Correa. And we have 13:07 left here in the first half, and it is 9-7, South Boston on top. And you know, Bernard, we only have one more regular season television game, believe it or not. Next Friday night, we'll be at the Janiac Fieldhouse as the Votech Bears will take on the Dighton Rehoboth Falcons. And as of this taping, the Bears still have a shot to make the tournament. They have to win their final 4 games. Not an easy road to hoe, but they still have that possibility.
Well, the possibility exists, and Coach DeRoche has done a very good job with that team, so we wish him nothing but the best, and maybe we can see a little bit of that action next Friday and find out whether or not he's in or out.
That'll mean something if they win their next couple of games. I don't think it's their final game of the season. I think they have one more after that. All right, Whalers have the basketball, down by 2 now. Cross court, Correa back to Campini up high, will take a 3, hit it.
Great ball movement that time as the ball touched 3 hands. Dante, Correa, and then Campini for the 3.
10-9. As the ball is knocked out of bounds, Pat Wynn is in the ball game, number 31 for New Bedford. He replaces Ariston Aurora in the lineup.
Wynn's been playing very well lately. Talking with Coach Eddie Rodrigues, he says if he can play the way he's been playing lately for the rest of the year, we'll be fine.
Finkley gets it into the front court. Brooks looks for the 3, will drive instead and puts it in.
Oh, what a nice hesitation move that time by Jamal Brooks. He now has 5 points.
And the Knights have a 1-point lead. Dante weaves his way through, dishes off to Wynn, fakes, up, in.
Good look underneath as Dante with the penetration found Wynn underneath.
And there's going to be a foul in the backcourt. It's going to be on Leon Correa. That's the first foul of the ball game.
First on New Bedford, first on Leon.
Brian Bannister gets the ball in now for the Knights. Brooks picks up his dribble, and it is knocked into the backcourt. James Blue, number 15, with it. Brooks, pass inside, Bannister up, and the ball did go through the hoop, but it will not count, as the foul will be before the shot. It'll be on Aaron Campini. That's the first and the second on the Whalers. Brooks inside the arc. Off the rim, no good. Osum with the follow, and he's fouled.
Well, that miss by Brooks was their first miss from the floor. They were 4 for 4 on shots from the floor. And that their first miss, and the offensive rebound by the big guy, Yasim Osum.
And Pat Wynn called with the foul for the Whalers. That's his first and the third on the team. Osum makes the first. And entering the ball game for South Boston is Bobby Gilcoin. And number 12, that would be Sean Flaherty back in the ball game. Osum makes them both. It's a 1-point lead again for the Knights, 13-12. Dante looks to drive, bump, shoots, no good. Weak side rebound by Flaherty. Get it into the front court. Brooks, right by Dante, puts it up off the glass, it won't go, gets the rebound, and he's fouled.
Good job of hitting the offensive glass that time by Jamal Brooks as he was boxed out on the play and just reached over the top to grab the rebound.
Dante Balistracci called with the foul. That is his first and the fourth on the Whalers. Jamal Brooks on the line for 2, and he makes the first.
Brooks now with 6 points.
Make it 7 as he hits both, and it's a 3-point South Boston lead. 15-12 with 11:35 left to go here in the first half. Whalers move the ball. Correa in the corner, looks inside. They swing it around. Dante has it now. Campini back to Dante. Campini will take a 3 and hits another one.
Aaron Campini knocking down his second 3-pointer of the game. He now has 6.
Tied at 15, and the Whalers steal it. Win underneath, can't get it to fall. Dante with the putback, no. Correa is triple team, gets it back out to Campini. They're going to call a foul on William Finkley, number 31.
Well, that's going to be the first foul against South Boston.
Whalers will inbound it on the far sideline. Correa in the corner. Now Dante up high. Looking to get down low, but South Boston doing a good job of denying the passes down low. Dante throws it away.
And again, Wynn trying to establish position on the low block, and Dante trying to get him the ball down low, but Wynn boxed out that time.
They get it into the front court. Finkley, a wide open three, and he cans it.
This is the third straight three-pointer by William Finkley.
18-15, a three-point lead for the Knights. 10.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Whalers swinging around. Wynn has it on the baseline. Passes inside Crowder. He's crowded in. He puts it up off the glass. It won't go. And Brooks gets the rebound for South Boston. No second chances for the Whalers. Brooks loses control, picks up his dribble. Now gives it off to Gilcoyne. Gilcoyne, Finkley looks for the shot. Will take it from the free throw line off the rim. And Dante gets the rebound for the Whalers. Here comes Campini. Stops, pops, hits.
Aaron Campini under control, squaring up to the basket from the foul line and knocking it down. He now has 8 points.
1 point South Boston lead. Brooks from the baseline, yes.
Boy, you got to like the way this guy shoots the basketball.
20-17, fast-paced first half. Ball down low and stolen away by Osum.
Turnover number 4 against the Whalers.
Back and forth basketball. Finkley for three, off the rim, no good. Who's got it? Out of bounds, it will be South Boston basketball.
That miss by Finkley, Keith, that was their first three-point miss that they've had here in the first half. They've knocked down 4 three-pointers in 5 attempts.
John Flaherty gets it in, gets it back. His bump, puts up a wild shot, it's off the mark. And here come the Whalers, they look to run. Correa will stop, fakes, gives it back to Campini. Dante inside, puts it up, off the glass and in.
Good look that time by Aaron Campini. They kicked it out to Aaron. I thought he was going to take the jumper right there, but he made that one extra pass and found Dante under the basket.
20-19, and Coach Loughnane wants a timeout. 8:57 left to go here in the first half. So far, a high-scoring affair. It's South Boston 20 and New Bedford 19.
Yeah, and the way it started out, too, with South Boston turning the ball over the first 4 times that they were trying to bring it into their offensive zone, it looked like the Whalers were just going to blow this thing open early, but the South Boston team can shoot the basketball. As I mentioned, William Finkley is 3 for 4 from three-point land, and then Jamal Brooks has the other three-pointer. He's also picked up a total of 9 points in the first half, and between Finkley and Brooks, they have 18 of the South Boston 20 points, so these two guys have gotten on track.
Talk about the New Bedford High Whalers at 13-3. They have, I believe, 3 games left in their season after tonight, and they will be playing Beverly tomorrow night, actually, here at the Beardsworth Gonzalez Gym. It's their last home game. Then they're on the road at BC High, and then they wrap up the season the 23rd at Dartmouth High School. As the buzzer sounds and both teams are back out onto the court. And Coach Loughnane talking with Dave Gibo on the far side, and we're ready for basketball. Flaherty gets it in to Gilcoyne. He's being guarded by Campini. Loses the handle, gives it off to Brooks. He's going to take a 3. Off the rim, no good. But Osum gets the rebound. Brooks wants it again. He's got it again. He will drive, he gets double teamed, and has the ball knocked out of bounds. As Ariston Aurora re-enters the ball game for the Whalers. Leon Correa will sit out. Alley-oop pass to Brooks, and he makes it.
Yeah, a quick pass into Brooks, who just jumped over the defense and knocked it off the glass.
22-19. 3-point lead for South Boston. Dante traveled.
That's turnover number 5 now against the New Bedford High Whalers, and Coach Eddie Rodrigues calling out a defensive play, yelling out 5, which is man-to-man defense, I believe.
And South Boston tries the long pass, but it's stolen by Balistracci, and the Whalers come back the other way. Campini's had the hot hand for New Bedford here in the first half. Looks down low. Again, South Boston doing a good job in guarding players down low for the Whalers. Now they double team Campini. Crowder has it. Aurora will take a 3 off the back of the rim. Wynn with the rebound. Spin move, puts up the left-handed shot, and he's fouled.
Good hustle play that time by Pat Wynn, getting the offensive rebound in the lane and then pulling it back in for a shot.
Sean Flaherty with the foul. That is his first and the second on the team.
Pat Wynn's going to get himself to the foul line. He's been playing very well of late.
Gets the favorable bounce.
Yeah, they call it the shooter's bounce. He now has 3 points. Is checking into the game for the Whalers is Sterling Telfair.
And John Leet as well. Wynn makes them both. 22-21. Halfway through this first half of play. Gilcoin. Now the Whalers are in a zone. Blue, bounce pass Flaherty. Back to Blue, he's going to hoist a 3, and he's got it.
They like to knock down the threes, that's for sure. That's their 5th three-pointer.
25-21, a 4-point lead for South Boston. It's their largest of the ball game. Leet will try a 3. Off the rim, no good. Brooks with the rebound. Gilcoin comes back. Brooks, a wide open 3. In and out. Dante with the rebound for the Whalers. And Aurora will slow it down a bit. Sterling Telfair lobs it into Dante. Dante puts the jump hook on, and it goes.
Dante getting the favorable bounce as he got positioned down low and took that turnaround jump hook.
25-23. Flaherty has it. Now Gilcoin in the lane, puts it up, and it's no good, short. Wynn comes down with it for New Bedford. Back the other way, Telfair will hoist a 3. Yes!
All right, Sterling Telfair. That's the 4th three-pointer for New Bedford that's gone in this half.
And the Whalers retake the lead, 26-25. Brooks, crossover dribble. Can't get it to fall. Bannister with the rebound, but he's fouled.
That's a good job of getting positioned down low by Brian Bannister. He got inside the 2 New Bedford defenders. I think it was Wynn and Leet. Pick up that rebound.
And Pat Wynn is going to be called with the foul. Osum and Finkley back in the ball game for South Boston as Wynn sits down with 2 fouls and Preston Raymond comes in for New Bedford. Finkley looks to get it in. He does to Blue. Brooks has it stripped. And Raymond comes up with it for the Whalers.
Good job by Preston Raymond with the steal.
Leet on the right wing now, Aurora. Dante at the free throw line. Gives it back to Leet. He's going to try a 3. Gets the bounce.
That's 5 three-pointers now for the Whalers as they're matching them with the 3-point shot.
29-25.
Turning into an outside shooters contest.
4-point lead for the Whalers. Brooks will take a 3. Yes! Unbelievable.
This is just a good half of shooting the 3.
29-28.
For both teams.
1-point lead for the Whalers. Leet bounce past Raymond. Gives it back to John. Now to Ariston Aurora. Pass is tipped, but Raymond gets it, puts up the hook, no good. Leet tries for the rebound, he can't get it. Telfair gets it, and the Whalers will set up another play. Sterling for 3. Off the rim, no good. Leet with the weak side rebound to Preston Raymond off the glass and in.
That's a good look inside, though, by John Leet. He created that play with the offensive rebound and the nice pass.
31-28. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Brooks looks to drive, has it stripped by Aurora. Long outlet pass, John Leet. Whalers back up by 5. As Brooks brings it into the front court. Blue has it. Gives it to Brooks. Bounce pass again, Blue. He looks to drive baseline. He does, has it swatted away by Balistracci. Raymond comes back for the Whalers. Leet for three. Yes!
John Leet's feeling it now. He's knocked down 8 points since coming into the ball game, including 2 3-balls from the side pocket.
And it's the biggest lead for the Whalers. It's 8 points, 36-28. 7 straight for New Bedford. Brooks up high. Now Blue again. He looks to drive, tries to force it underneath, and it's taken away by the Whalers. Oh, beautiful passing, and Leet gets the bucket.
Boy, great ball movement that time, and South Boston's going to have to call a timeout because New Bedford's running him off the floor right now.
3:39 left in the first half. It's now a 10-point Whaler lead, 38-28. And even though the Whalers are doing the job running the ball, Bernie, it looks like on defense they've switched to a zone now, and that seems to have thrown off South Boston's offense.
Yeah, well, Coach Eddie Rodrigues likes to mix up his defense. He's gone from his full-court pressure defense. He's moved into a man-to-man, and then he's picked up that 2-3 zone. So he's showing him a lot of different looks here in the first half of play with 3:39 to play. They've opened up a 10-point lead. Good hustle, good defense, but also good passing as Ariston Aurora that time found the open man in John Leet cutting to the basket. And this is something the Whalers are doing a very good job of moving the basketball, playing unselfishly, and looking for the open man.
If you're just joining us the last couple of games, Bernie Picanisco has not been with us. He's been a little bit under the weather. I'd like to thank Roger Robitaille, who filled in last week.
Yeah, Roger coming out from behind the scenes to in front of the camera. And from all accounts I've heard, doing a very good job.
Did a fine job. He's no Bernie Picanisco, though.
Well, then again.
But who is?
Then again, he wasn't lying there on his back.
in pain.
In a lot of pain like I was.
Preston Raymond knocks it away. It will stay with South Boston. Gilcoin has it, and he loses it out of bounds.
Well, that's turnover number 9 now for South Boston as the New Bedford defense is just giving South Boston all they can handle here.
Aurora has it. Whalers up by 10. This team out here has done a good job. Preston Raymond puts up the shot. It is blocked. And they're going to call Raymond with the foul in the backcourt. And that's going to be his first and the 6th on the team, I believe, or 5th.
I've got him for 5.
Scoreboard says 5. No, now it says 6.
Okay.
South Boston gets it in and throws it away.
Well, that's turnover number 10 now for South Boston as they are having a tough time hanging on to the basketball.
Aurora has it. Now Telfair in the corner. That's John Leet. Bounce pass to Dante. Telfair will take a 3. Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, Sterling Telfair coming off the bench knocks down his second 3. And the guys coming off the bench for the Whalers, Telfair, Wynn, and Preston Raymond have done a great job along with John Leet.
It's a 13-point Whaler lead, and South Boston throws it away again. Aurora tries a 3. Off the rim, no good. Tipped up Raymond, a beautiful rebound. Leet will try one. Off the rim, no good. Dante Strong with the rebound, and it's going to be off Balistracci out of bounds, and it will be night basketball.
Well, Whalers getting an awful lot of opportunities to knock down the shots. They're doing a great job off the offensive glass.
Whalers have scored 12 straight. Finkley, a long 3, yes.
My goodness, William Finkley knocking down his 4th three-pointer of the evening.
41-31. In the lane, Aurora. Now Raymond will take the jumper. No good, and Flaherty gets the rebound for South Boston. Here come the Knights. Finkley looks to drive, puts up a wild shot, but he's fouled on the way through, and he will go to the line.
Well, Finkley did what he wanted to do. He took the ball to the basket that time after setting up for the 4 3-pointers that he's knocked down. Everybody playing him a little bit tighter out front, so he just took that good first step, drove around him, and drew the foul, got himself to the foul line.
Ariston Aurora with the foul for the Whalers. They are over the limit. Finkley makes the first free throw. And cannot get the other. 41-32 is the score. 2:18 left. Dante. Now to Aurora. Ariston gets it back. Telfair will try another 3, It's off the rim, no good. Who's got it? Dante down low, and he's fouled. Brian Bannister's called with the foul. And that's his first and the fourth team foul on South Boston.
You want to talk about doing a good job coming off the bench. The 4 or 5 bench players that we've been talking about have come off to score 22 points here in the first half. 22, Keith, of the 41 points being scored by the bench.
Dante misses the first and makes the second. 42-32, back to a 10-point lead, under 2 minutes to go. Gilcoin, nice bounce pass to Flaherty.
Yeah, Gilcoin did a good job of setting it up for Flaherty down low on the right block.
And they're going to call a jump ball, and it's going to be Whaler basketball as Aurora was tied up.
Coach Bill Loughnane was pressing defense in there right now, trying to press the Whalers full court and create the turnover.
Telfair looks to get it in, and he does to Dante. Nearly has it stripped away. And the ball is deflected, but Telfair gets it. They're going to call a foul on William Finkley.
Well, some good hustle that time by the South Boston Knights. William Finkley coming from out of nowhere saw the ball loose on the floor. And New Bedford has got to take better care of the basketball for this last 139 because this Knights team is going to press them.
Telfair has it now in the corner. Leet, lob pass inside is tipped away. And the Knights come back. They're down by 8. Gilcoin all the way. No good. They're going to call an offensive foul on Bobby Gilcoin.
Well, Gilcoin trying to take it to the basket, trying to create an offensive opportunity and maybe get to the foul line, but that time they call him for the charge.
Yassem Osum back in the game for South Boston.
Would you like to meet his mom and dad?
Yassem Osum?
I bet you they got a great sense of humor.
Leet has the basketball. He gets it back. Now Ariston Aurora for the Whalers. Bounce pass to Dante. Puts a move on off the glass. It won't go, but he's fouled.
Well, I tell you, he is just so strong in there. Every game I watch him play, I just marvel at how strong he is down in that low post, drop steps, moves to the basket. I mean, he just, once he gets the ball in his hands, you're not going to take it away from him usually. And he makes such strong moves to the hoop.
William Finkley called with the foul, and that is his third for South Boston. Dante gets the shooter's roll on the first free throw.
8 points now for Dante, 2 for 3 from the foul line here in the first half.
That one's not even close. Raymond gets the rebound. He can't get it to go. Tries to get it again, but South Boston comes up with it. Gilcoin looks to run. He's got 2 Whalers there, and there's a foul. It's going to be on, I believe, Ariston Aurora.
That's going to be against Ariston Aurora. I believe that is his first personal foul, and that'll be foul number 7 against the Whalers.
Scoreboard says 2.
That's his second personal foul, okay.
And Gilcoin on the line to shoot 1 and 1.
Well, he is the only Whaler that has more than 1 foul on him, while on South Boston's side, as you mentioned a moment ago, William Finkley has 3 fouls on him.
And Crowder's back in. Leon Correa back in for the Whalers, as is Campini. James Blue comes back in. He replaces Finkley, who will sit out the remaining 57 seconds. And Gilcoin makes the first free throw.
Yeah, I was wondering when Coach Loughnane was going to take Finkley out. I mean, you got 57 seconds. He's got 3 fouls on him.
1 of 2 for Gilcoin, and it's 43-35, an 8-point lead. Leet in the lane, no. Tipped up. Osum gets the rebound. Long outlet pass. Brooks will drive, puts it up, no good, tipped up, and Crowder gets the rebound. Whalers have some numbers. Leet. Back to a 10-point lead for the Whalers, under 30 seconds left.
12 points for John Leet off the bench for the Whalers.
Gilcoin puts the lefty shot up, no good. And the ball is stolen away. Flaherty puts it up and in. 45-37, 10 seconds left. Campini stepped on the sideline. So with an 8-point lead, South Boston can cut it further before the half.
Yeah, they can get it down to as low as 5 and maybe even 4 if they get fouled in three-point land.
Gilcoin puts it up, no good. Tipped up, who's got it? Osum at the buzzer, and it counts. So the field goal counts at the buzzer. We've had a very up and down, fast-paced first half of basketball here from the Beardsworth Gonzalez Gym. At the break, it is New Bedford 45, South Boston 39. We'll take a break and have our second half coming up right after this.
Honey, would you get me some ice cream?
Ice cream?
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Some things you just can't do without. It happens every night, all across America.
Save a place for me. Save a space for me. In your heart.
Every year, the United Negro College Fund helps thousands of students go to college. But for everyone we help, there's one we can't. Please support the United Negro College Fund.
They were ordinary people who half a century ago did nothing less than help save the world. And yet there is no national memorial to honor their sacrifice. It is time to say thank you.
Help build the National World War II Memorial.
Keith Tebow, Bernie Picanisco back here at the Beardsworth Gonzalez Gym with the Whalers leading the South Boston Knights 45-39. And Bernie, up and down basketball, good shooting by both clubs, and a lot of points on the board.
Yeah, I really like what we saw in the first half from both teams as far as the shooting is concerned. It's very entertaining. I'll run down these stats for you. This South Boston team has shot 13 of 26 from the floor in the first half. That's 50%. While the Whalers shot it at 17 for 35, and that also is close enough to call it 50%. So both teams shooting a good percentage. From three-point land, this has been an incredible exhibition of shooting by both teams. The Whalers 7 for 12 from outside the three-point arc, and on the other side, the Knights are 7 for 10. So we're watching a game where they're 14 for 22 from outside three-point land. The Knights 6 for 8 from the foul line. The Whalers are 4 of 6. And the Whalers have out-rebounded the Knights 17 to 12. Running down the individual scorers for you, the high scorer in the game is Jamal Brooks of South Boston. He has 14 points. And William Finkler has 13, and he's knocked down 4 three-pointers to accumulate most of those 13 points. They've gotten 3 points out of James Blue, 1 from Billy Gilcoin, and 4 from Yasim Osum. Also 4 from Sean Flaherty for a total of 39. The Whalers, well, they're led by John Leet coming off the bench to score 12. 8 for Dante Bellistraci, 5 for Leon Correa. Charles Crowder did not score. Ariston Aurora did not score. Aaron Campini has 8, 2 for Preston Raymond, 4 for Pat Wynn, and 6 for Sterling Telfair. And if I was going to point to one thing that really impressed me about the Whalers in the first half, Keith, was the ability of their bench to come off the bench like that and score points. I mean, their bench has picked up a total of 24 points, 24 of their 45 points. 12 of those by Leet, as we said, 6 by Telfair, and 4 for Wynn, 2 for Preston Raymond. I think this is the best showing that the bench has come up with in all the games we've done this year. And there we see Michael, the staunch New Bedford supporter, in the stands, just waving at the crowd and saying, stop putting your camera on me and focus on the basketball floor. So we will. There's the floor.
We are set for second half. South Boston gets the ball to start things off. Both teams have their starting 5 out there. It's Brooks, Flaherty, Blue, Bannister, and Finkley. And Brooks turns the ball over. For the Whalers, it's Balistracci, Correa, Crowder, Campini, and Aurora.
Brooks' little stutter step, stop and go that time. They said he palmed it, so he turns the ball over.
Aurora, now Campini on the right wing. Bounce pass Correa, now back to Aurora up high. Looks to drive and is hemmed in. Campini gets the ball, spin move, puts it up and in.
Again, looking for his offense. Aaron Campini, 10 points now. When he looks for his offense, he can be very effective.
And the Whalers steal it. Correa, no. Crowder with the rebound and the putback.
All right, Childs working the offensive glass as he does so well.
49-35. Or rather 49-39. It's a 10-point lead for the Whalers. Finkley will shoot a three. Got another one.
Boy, he didn't cool off when he went in the locker room, I'll tell you that.
49-42.
That's 5 3-pointers for that young man.
Aurora. Bounce pass to Correa. Bounce pass inside is stolen away. And Finkley has it. Gives it to Brooks. Finkley another three. Off the rim, no good. Long rebound out to Aurora. Ariston works the offense. Campini bounce pass to Crowder. Dante, short jumper off the front of the rim. Aurora gets the rebound from the free throw line, no good. And Dante gets it. Bounce pass inside is stolen away by Brooks. 7-point Whaler lead. Had a 6-point lead at the half. They're going to call a foul away from the ball. It's going to be on South Boston. It's going to be on Brian Bannister.
Brian Bannister that time pushing off as he was trying to get himself in offensive position to receive the basketball.
First foul here in the second half, and the second on Bannister. Campini lob pass. Dante has it. Can't put it in. Brooks with the rebound. South Boston looks to run. Brooks stops, takes a three. Yes.
Well, Jamal Brooks knocking down his third three-pointer.
It's a 4-point Whaler lead now, 49-45.
And see how the three-point shot has changed the game of basketball. You can be down 10 and get right back in it in a heartbeat.
Oh, beautiful pass underneath Correa. Over to Crowder, and the ball is out of bounds. It'll be New Bedford basketball.
Well, the Whalers get a break there, Keith. Leon Correa had the shot underneath, and for some reason just didn't take it. He was open when he got the basketball. All he had to do was go straight up with the shot, but for some reason went in a crouch, didn't want to shoot it, and kicked it back outside, and the Whalers catch a break that time as the ball goes out of bounds, and they retain possession.
Not just that, but it seemed like Correa and Crowder were in the lane for quite a long time. They probably could have been called for 3 seconds as well.
Well, they were there for a while, but I didn't notice them building a house, so I guess they weren't there long enough.
13.5 minutes left to go here in the second half. You see the score, 49-45. And as we said earlier, we have only one more regular season telecast here on New Bedford Educational Access. It'll be the last home game for the New Bedford Voc-Tech Bears next Friday, as they will host the Dighton-Rehoboth Falcons at the Janiac Fieldhouse. And again, if you're just joining us, the Bears still have an outside shot for the tournament. They have to win their remaining games to do so. And I believe their last 4 games were against Dartmouth, Seekonk, Dighton-Rehoboth, and I can't remember the fourth team. I think it was Harwich, another non-conference game. So not insurmountable, and we wish the Bears best of luck. Ball gets in, and who's got it? Crowder has it. Dishes back out to Correa. Dante, Campini, three. Off the rim, no good. Brooks with the weak side rebound.
Well, the Whalers have gone a little bit cold here. This South Boston team, 2 for 3 in the second half.
As a foul after the Whalers strip it away. It's going to be on Jamal Brooks. That's his first and the second on the team.
I was about to say the Whalers only 2 for 7 here in the second half, Keith. So their shooting has gone a little bit cold.
Pass inside. Crowder is double teamed. Aurora puts up the floater, no good. Dante with the tip, that won't go. And Flaherty gets it for South Boston. Knights down by 4, have the basketball. Finkley loses it out of bounds.
Finkley stepping on the line right in front of us here as he was trying to make a good hustle play and save that errant pass from going out of bounds.
12:40 left to go here in the second half. Kind of a slower start to the second half. Campini will take a three and hits it.
Oh, tee it high, let it fly, Aaron. Knocking down another three.
52-45. They get it into the front court. Finkley, wide open three. Yes!
Any three you can make, I can make better, says William Finkley.
52-48.
Unbelievable.
Campini.
He's got 6 three-pointers, Keith.
Aurora will try to 3. It won't go. Crowder with the rebound. 54-48, a 6-point New Bedford lead. Brooks will take a 3. No. Dante with the rebound. They get it into the front court. Crowder. Correa from inside the arc. No. Dante with the rebound, and he is fouled underneath by South Boston.
Boy, was that a big league rebound or what? I mean, Dante was chest above the rim that time, pulling that thing down. Great rebound.
Sean Flaherty with the foul, and he's going to come out as Yasem Osum returns for the Knights.
10 rebounds for Dante Bellistraci. He's the leading rebounder in the game.
Dante in the lane gives it off to Correa. Cross court, Campini will take another 3 and hits it again.
My.
57-48. Back up to a 9-point lead, and the Whalers steal it. Aurora is fouled.
Aaron Campini on that last three-pointer, Keith, did such a great job of adjusting his shot. The man got in his face. He had to arc it a little bit higher than he normally does, and it floated down through the net like a snowflake.
James Blue with the foul, and Aurora will be on the line to shoot 2. And he makes the first.
I wonder how James Blue feels about playing with a team that wears all red uniforms.
I don't know. Wonder if he's a distant relative of Vida Blue. Makes them both. Back up to a double-digit lead for the Whalers, 59-48. Brooks for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Crowder gets the rebound. Just amazing how many threes have been taken in this ball game.
You get that right.
Aurora inside. Pulls it back out. 11 minutes left. Correa, cross court. Aurora. He'll take a 3. Why not?
Well, guess what? He knocks it down, too.
62-48.
That's 10 three-pointers tonight knocked down by the Whalers.
10 straight points for New Bedford. They have a 14-point lead. Brooks gets a 2.
Yeah, and that's the first 2-point shot attempt that the South Boston team has taken here in the second half. Every other shot was a three-pointer.
62-50. Aurora again off the mark. Correa with the rebound, and South Boston comes up with it. Brooks will take another 3. It's going to be off the front of the rim, no good. And Crowder gets the rebound.
Charles Crowder picking up the rebounding effort here in the second half now.
Campini's had the hot hand for the Whalers. Crowder in the lane, weaves his way through, puts it up, no good. Osum with the rebound for South Boston. Gilcoin back in the ball game, gives it up to Bannister, off the glass and in.
That's the first 2 points of the night for Brian Bannister as he gets on the scoreboard.
62-52, 10-point New Bedford lead. Campini, another 3. Oh, unbelievable.
Well, I'll tell you, he's making three-pointers like they were layups.
65-52.
19 points now for Aaron Campini, and that was his 5th three-pointer of the night.
Finkley, why not? No good. Aurora gets it, and he comes up court. We're approaching 9 minutes left here in the second half. Dante fakes, dishes off to Aurora for 3. In and out, no good. Osum with the rebound. South Boston comes back the other way. Gilcoin, nice pass to Bannister for the bucket.
Excellent penetration that time by Bobby Gilcoin, finding Bannister on the baseline.
65-54. Campini will only take a 2, and he misses. Aurora gets the rebound, and Aaron gets it back. 8.5 minutes left. Aurora travel.
Yeah, Ariston taking that little additional hesitation step that time to put the ball on the floor, and he gets called for the turnover, and that's the 4th turnover against the Whalers here in the second half, and their 12th on the ball game.
Pat Wynn and John Leet back in the ball game for the Whalers, replacing Ariston Aurora and Charles Crowder in the lineup.
They both did such a great job in the first half coming off the bench, combining for 16 points.
Gilcoin can't get it to fall, and there's going to be a foul over the back. It's going to be on, I believe, that's going to be on Bannister.
That'll be his 3rd personal foul.
And the 5th on South Boston. The Whalers have yet to commit a foul here in the second half.
You are right.
Leet in the corner, hoists a 3, yes.
And he picks up where he left off. 15 points for John Leet.
14-point Whaler lead.
He's having a great game off the bench for the Whalers.
Halfway through the second half. Bounce past Finkley, another 3. This one's off the mark. And Wynn gets the rebound for the Whalers. Dante nearly has it stolen on the floor. Picks it up, gives it to Correa. Wynn underneath, and a foul.
Yeah, and a good look, too, by John Leet, finding Wynn under the basket. Good ball movement, Keith. And he not only makes the basket, but he'll go to the foul line.
Yasum Osum commits the foul, and Coach Loughnane wants a timeout. It's the biggest lead of the ball game for New Bedford with 7:43 left. They're up by 16, 70-54.
Yeah, they've done a great job here in the second half. Aaron Campini giving them a boost in the arm, knocking down 3 straight three-pointers. Ariston Aurora with a three-pointer, and then off the bench, John Leet knocks down a trifecta, followed by Pat Wynn that time, who'll be going to the foul line, trying to make 3 the conventional way, I might add.
I don't think I've seen this is definitely the most three-pointers shot this season, the games we've seen anyway, and made as well. The most that have been made in one game.
Well, the Whalers have made 5 in the second half. They have a total of 12 three-pointers made on this game. And on the other side, the South Boston Knights have made 3 in the second half and a total of 10. So that's 22 three-point baskets that have gone down between the two teams. Yep. 66 points.
That's over half the
point.
point.
Check that. No. Yeah, 66 points have come from three-point land.
That's over half the points scored. 124 have been scored.
That's right. The three-point shot is a weapon.
I guess so. Tonight it is anyway. And then remember a couple weeks ago, the Whalers against Brockton, they didn't hit one.
That's right.
Wynn completes the three-point play. And it is 71-54, 17-point lead. Gilcoin gives it off to Brooks. Gilcoin gets it back. He weaves, tries to pass it behind his back, and it will stay with the Knights.
Gilcoin that time doing his best Jason Williams impersonation.
Kind of looks like Jason's got the short cut hair. Brooks from NBA 3, no good. Tipped up out of bounds. It will be New Bedford basketball.
We're going to start qualifying them now?
Well, that one was pretty far out.
Brooks is 1 for 5 from three-point land here in the second half. He hit his first one, but he's missed his last 4 in a row.
Correa looks to bring it into the front court, and he does. Campini thought about the 3, passes it up. Preston Raymond in the ball game for the Whalers. Correa has it up high. Under 10 on the shot clock. Leeds from the free throw line. Yes.
Just a little up fake that time by John Leet. Gets the man off his feet and ducks underneath him for the 2-pointer.
19-point lead. Biggest of the ball game. 73-54. Brooks short. Gets the rebound and the putback.
Good follow-up move that time by Brooks, going to the basket and finally stopping that 0 for 5 streak that he had from the floor.
73-56. Campini over to Raymond. Raymond looks to drive, has it swatted out of bounds. It will be off Preston's knee, and it will go over to South Boston.
Turnover number 13 for the Whalers. They're 5th here in the second half, and if South Boston's going to get into this contest, Keith, and turn this back into a ball game, they've got to start scoring on the offensive end and come up with a couple of defensive stops.
And Coach Bill Loughnane wants a timeout with 6:24 left, and the Whalers up by 17. One interesting fact about some of these teams that play in the greater Boston area, Bernie, is a lot of times they will not have a junior varsity team, and that was the case tonight. We came in to set up, and we were watching a game, and all of a sudden there was a team that was in red and white playing a team red and white. What had happened was before the game, The New Bedford Whaler JV and freshman team split up squads and played an intra-squad game for the fans who were here. So that was nice to see. Get to see all 3 New Bedford teams playing in one night.
Yeah, and it's good opportunity for the people that don't get a chance to see some of the freshmen play, be able to see some different talent out there. And New Bedford is very deep as far as their talent is concerned. All 3 teams very deep with talent, and that pretty much evidenced by the fact that the Whalers have lost so many key players this year for different reasons, and they've been able to plug someone else into the spot who's picked up the slack and done a good job.
And it was good to see a couple of the coaches battle each other. There's headmaster Joe Oliver at the ball game. The Bedford High School headmaster.
Protecting the equipment room.
Yes. Well, someone has to.
Oh, look at that behind the back bounce pass.
Brooks takes the jumper and he hits it. 73-58. 15-point Whaler lead.
And 23 points for Jamal Brooks, their leading scorer.
Campini has it. Now Dante. Crossover dribble, and he traveled. Dragged that pivot foot. With 6 minutes left in the second half, Bernie, the Whalers have yet to commit a foul. And they just committed their first, and they're going to call the basket good as Brooks scores the hoop. And it's going to be on Preston Raymond, the foul.
Well, veteran official Mr. Anderson that time.
Little continuation there.
Thinking that he was doing an NBA game, I think, and thinks there was a continuation on the play.
And Brooks will try to complete a 3-point play to cut the lead to 12, and he can't do it. Dante gets the rebound, 73-60. That's the first team foul for the Whalers here in the second half. Pass inside, that is Wynn, puts up the jumper, in and out. Flaherty with the rebound. Gilcoin gets it back and will bring it up.
Now this is what we talked about. In order to get back in the game, they were going to have to come up with a couple of defensive stops, and that's what South Boston has done the last couple of trips.
Finkley way short on that 3. And the Whalers come back the other way. Campini, no. Win with the tip, no good. Ball's on the floor, and Gilcoin has it. South Boston has the numbers. They're going to call Gilcoin with an offensive foul. That's going to be his second offensive foul. And it'll be Whaler basketball.
And that should be foul number 7 against the South Boston team. So the Whalers with a 13-point lead and 5:11 to play and counting here in the ball game.
They'll shoot free throws the rest of the way. Bounce pass, Wynn wasn't expecting it. Gets it back to Campini. Aaron weaves his way through, gives it to Raymond. Wynn up against Brooks, has it blocked, gets it back, can't get it to go. They're going to call a jump ball, and it will go over to the Whalers.
Well, Pat Wynn doing what he does best, muscling in underneath under the boards and trying to squeeze that shot up.
Whalers will get it in. Out deep to Campini. Late, Dante, jumper, that's going to be no good. Brooks with the rebound. South Boston can chip away some more. Time is not in their side, however. They're down by 13, but Brooks cuts it to 10.
Well, here's the great equalizer. You say time's not on their side. The three-point shot is, that's for sure.
73-63. Leet, Win, no. Gets the rebound, puts it up and in.
That's a big basket for the Whalers. They had gone down court three or four different occasions and not been able to score.
South Boston had scored 9 straight before that basket by Pat Wynn. Back up to a 12-point lead. Finkley traveled.
Well, another turnover for South Boston. I'll tell you, they're coming off the bench. Pat Wynn tonight, 9 points and 7 rebounds. So he's had a great game off the bench for Coach Eddie Rodrigues.
Whalers starters back in now. Correa, Aurora, Campini, Crowder, and Balistracci.
A nice hand for both Wynn and John Lee going to the bench. They've come up with 21 points between the two of them.
4 minutes left. Dante looks to spin move, but he is hemmed in. Correa looked for the three, passes it up, now looks to drive, puts up the runner, it's good, and he's fouled.
Boy, I'll tell you, Leon Correa, I mean, he's just got to get some confidence. He takes the ball to the hoop so well. Instead of hesitating, Leon, just take it to the basket. Let it fly. He's got some good offensive moves.
Jamal Brooks with the foul. That is his second and the 8th on the team, and Correa will try to complete a three-point play. And he can't do it. Dante almost had the tip. 77-63. It's a 14-point New Bedford lead. Brooks for three. Yes.
I'll tell you, Brooks is not going to go quietly into the night.
77-66.
31 points for Jamal Brooks, 17 of those here in the second half.
Aurora has it knocked away out of bounds.
And Brooks has joined the both Campini and William Finkley with 5 3-pointers apiece here in this game.
Brooks has scored the last 12 South Boston points.
He's their leading scorer, and I can see why. He's the only guy out there that's really trying to take control of the game.
Whalers get it in. Campini gets it back in the corner. 12 on the shot clock. And the Whalers are going to be a little patient. Campini works, puts up the shot. He's got another three.
Bonsai.
That was an off-balance job, and it goes in.
That was a prayer that was answered. That's what that was. That's 6 3-pointers on the night for Aaron.
80-66.
22 points for Aaron Campini.
Gilcoin has it stripped, but it goes right to Osum.
Yasim Osum was picking up the garbage down underneath the basket and putting that one back.
80-68, under 3 minutes left. Campini gets a screen, gives it underneath to Crowder. He puts it up, no good, and the ball was knocked out of bounds, and it will be New Bedford basketball.
It's been an entertaining game from an offensive standpoint, that's for darn sure.
What a difference a week makes. Last week, the Whalers only scored 51 points the entire game. Dante inside, it won't go. Osum with the rebound. Outlet pass, Brooks. Inside, Osum off the glass and in.
Yeah, nobody back there to take care of the big guy. Yasim Osum, the biggest man on the floor.
South Boston cut it to 10. It's 80-70. Correa looked for the three, passes it up, and the Whalers will wait for a good shot. Crowder inside, Correa. No. Ooh, body's on the floor. And Flaherty pushes Dante Balistracci. I think he's going to be called with a technical foul. And there was another foul on the play. I don't know if they've called it.
Well, Sean Flaherty getting his Irish up that time, pushing Dante Balistracci. I think if he had an opportunity to think about it a little bit, he wouldn't do that again.
So Flaherty's called with a technical foul. And I'll tell you, talk about the poise of Dante Balistracci. You know, a lot of times when there's some rough play, you tend to react to a push like that. Dante knew better and just decided to keep his mouth shut, just get up and go about his business, and wasn't called with the foul. And Flaherty is going to sit out as the Whalers are going to shoot technical free throws, and Dante will do the honors.
When you talk about his poise, there's no question he has a tremendous amount of poise, but also I think that probably the attitude that he had at that point in time as Flaherty tried to push him was, you know, who was that mosquito?
Dante misses first free throw.
Dante's had a tough second half, Keith. He's 0 for 5 from the floor and 0 for 1 from the foul line. He's yet to score here in the second half.
And Coach Eddie Roderick's talking to Bruce Anderson about, I guess, a number of free throw shots that are going to be given here. Dave Gibo is talking about it at the scorer's table. Now Leon Correa will shoot two as Dante missed the technical. And Leon makes the first.
8 points now for Leon.
Makes them both. And the Whalers will get the basketball up by 12, 82-70. And Bannister back in the ball game, well as Finkley for South Boston. Dante gets the ball. 2 minutes left. Whalers up by 12. Campini has it. 17 on the shot clock. Correa. Now Aurora with 10 on the shot clock. Whalers very patient. Leon back to Ariston. Bounce pass down low is stolen away. But the Whalers were able to eat a lot of the clock in that possession. Brooks from NBA 3 again. No good. Osum with the rebound.
Yeah, Osum getting good position on the inside.
82-72. Again, it's a 10-point Whaler lead with 1:20 to go. South Boston going to have to start thinking of fouling pretty soon. Correa, works on Brooks, gets it in the baseline and throws it away. We approach 1 minute. Brooks for 3. No good. Finkley with the rebound, and he's fouled by Dante Balistracci. And it's going to be a shooting foul. It's only the second team foul on the Whalers here in the second half, and William Finkley will be on the line to shoot 2. Try to cut the lead to 8. Finkley makes the first.
That's 20 points on the night for William Finkley.
As Flaherty comes, check that into the ball game is not Flaherty, that is Matt Ryan, number 11 for South Boston. Finkley cannot get both of them. 82-73. And right away, South Boston presses and nearly steals it. And it's going to be South Boston basketball. And that was a good call.
Yeah, and
right in front of us.
Ryan Bannister in front of us was begging for that call, screaming, this way, this way.
And they got it. So it's a 9-point lead, and South Boston has the basketball. Gilcoin for 3, in and out. Dante with the rebound. And they get it into the front court with 35 seconds left. South Boston's going to have to foul pretty soon. Crowder. Now Aurora. 12 on the shot clock. And South Boston not looking to foul. Campini all the way up. No. Crowder with the rebound, and that should do it.
That Charles Crowder putting the dot on the exclamation point.
Bannister will not get the easy layup. And the Whalers are going to win. As 3 seconds, 2, 1, and that's it. At the buzzer, it will not go. So the New Bedford High Whalers come up with a nice victory tonight. This time it was the offense that came through for the Whalers. And it's an 11-point win for New Bedford, 84-73. In a game Bernie dominated by the 3-point shot.
No question about that, Keith. We've got more 3-pointers than you can possibly imagine.
The Whalers will improve now to 14-3 with 3 games remaining on their schedule. South Boston drops to 10-7 on the season with about 2 or 3 games left on their schedule as well. And Bernie Picanisco will add up the totals and give us some scoring.
Well, we'll tell you, first of all, that the Whalers got a great game from Aaron Campini. He knocked down 2 3-pointers in the first half, came back with 4 more in the second half for a total of 6 3-pointers on the night, and finished up with 22 points. He was the leading scorer for the Whalers. But what a great game off the bench for 4 guys. John Leet, 17 points off the bench, including 3 3-pointers. I thought this was the best game that I've seen John Leet play all year. Preston Raymond only had 2 points, but did a great job coming in off the bench, especially in the first half, hitting the boards, keeping the ball alive. They got 9 points from Pat Wynn. Again, one of the better games we've seen from Pat Wynn. 9 points along with 7 rebounds. I thought he did a fantastic job off the bench. And 6 points off the bench from Sterling Telfair. From the starters, 8 points and 12 rebounds from Dante Balistracci. 9 points and 4 rebounds from Leon Correa. 6 points and 10 rebounds from Charles Crowder, and 5 points from the point guard, Ariston Aurora, for a total of 84. When you look at Balistracci with 12 rebounds, Crowder with 10, and Pat Wynn off the bench with 7, they controlled the backboards and did a great job. On the other side for this South Boston Knights team, 31 points from Jamal Brooks, everything he was advertised to be and more. He had 5 3-pointers on the night. They had 20 points from William Finkley, and he knocked down 6 3-pointers on the night to go along with his 20 points. Then after that, there was very little to root for. Yasim Osam did a very good job. Off the bench, 10 points to go along with a total of 9 rebounds. And then they had 4 points from Brian Bannister, 4 points from Sean Flaherty, 3 points from James Blue, and 1 point from Bobby Gilcoin for a total of 73. So the Whalers win this one by 11. I think you got to give kudos to the Whalers bench. I thought their bench played so outstanding tonight. I think you got to give kudos to Aaron Campini, who did a great job of just shooting 3-pointers and matching the big boys, Brooks and Finkley from the South Boston team with the threes. And I'll tell you, we had so many 3-pointers shot. I had 25 down here. I was adding them up while you were talking. 25 for the South Boston team. And let's see, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 were taken in the second half for the Whalers, giving them 21. And they knocked down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those in the second half, 7 in the first half. So they were 13 of 21 from three-point land. South Boston was 12 of 25. We saw 46 three-point shots taken in this particular game. And better than that, 25 of them were made.
That's not bad. Not a bad percent.
That's more than, I mean, that's like
50%.
60 some odd percent from three-point land. That's unbelievable.
I'd like to thank our New Bedford Educational Access staff here tonight. Bob Parati here at New Bedford High School with his all-student crew. And from New Bedford Educational Access Television, Roger Obertal. So for Bernie Picanisco, I'm Keith Tebow. We'll say so long from the Beardsworth Gonzalez Gym. The final score once again, the New Bedford High Whalers 84 and the South Boston High School Knights 73. Thanks for watching and have a good night.
In nature, we see reflections of our children. The tree is the strong one, the ocean rambunctious and untamed, and the sky the absolute dreamer. Like our children, each brings something wonderful and unique. They add color, they bring life, but most of all, they amaze. They can be as large as a mountain or as small as a blade of grass. Yet in the eyes of importance, they are all the same size. And to choose the sky over the water would be like choosing one child over the next. An impossibility as large as the world itself. EarthShare, the world's leading environmental groups working together.
To learn how you and your employer can help, please visit our website.
The National Guard and Reserve make up half of the American military. If you're an employer, remember, their response depends on yours.